Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. As Ava peruses an internet piece concerning Brady and Fiona, Sophia arrives at the bistro. Ava tells the adolescent bluntly that she's running late for her shift without even glancing up. Just by 3 minutes, as Sophia notes. But it's still late, Ava snaps back. She will, nonetheless, overlook it this once. They talk about Brady's vindication, which Sophia admits she was aware of because of Tate's tight relationship with her. She also talks about how pleasant Fiona seemed to be when she waited on her. She regrets confiding in her because she knows she is such a horrible person. She's back to talking to no one now. Upon hearing about Brady, Aaron cheerfully approaches Tate at the school. What does that entail for him and Holly, he wonders. Tate tells him that the reason they split up was because Holly slapped Sophia after looking for proof against Brady. Aaron questions whether this means he can now spend time with Sophia. Aaron asks Tate if he thinks he'll get back with Holly after his hedging. Dazed JJ and Holly are seen holding up wine glasses while the married pair looks at them across the room at Chad and fake Abigail's Paris wedding. JJ toasts the newlyweds in the Paris apartment, apologizing for not getting in touch with Abigail sooner. Holly believed that their conversation from last night was over the phone. JJ claims they weren't. Chad is curious as to what Holly meant as Abigail frantically tries to steer the toast back on course. Abigail informed Holly last night that she was speaking with her brother, according to Holly. She says, "Abigail, I think you must have misunderstood," narrowing her gaze. Abigail concurs. Holly rushes out so they may enjoy the holiday together as a family. Chad presses Abigail to give an explanation of who she spoke with and why she is lying. JJ walks off and talks to himself about it. Kayla is upset because Chad isn't answering her calls or texts when she arrives at the pub. She reveals to a startled Roman that she is not Abigail. She clarifies that the test findings were altered by one of her staff doctors. She called Jada even though she can't believe how mistaken she was about him. Before he harms anyone else, Roman hopes to be discovered. While Roman is concerned about Jack's reaction, Kayla observes that Jennifer was correct all along. And poor Chad. Mark confides in Clyde over the phone about killing Chad when they are in the Paris cafe. He follows Clyde's directions to a parcel hidden beneath a table. Mark discovers a gun within. He promises to do his share, so Clyde needs to keep his word. As Holly approaches from behind, Mark hastily conceals the firearm. He responds that he is taking care of his parents' estate when she asks what he is doing there. They owned homes in France. Holly is in shock because she saw Abigail there in addition to him. She explains that although Abigail recently got married, she and her brother, JJ, had some communication problems. Mark takes out a gun from a brown paper bag in the Paris cafe. JJ walks up to Holly while Mark dashes off. He's relieved that she brought up Abigail because there's clearly a problem. If she's not actually his sister, JJ wonders. Maybe they were able to prove it since Holly caught her lying. A scared Abigail is ready to tell Chad something when there's a loud knock on the door. When Chad opens up to Mark, Abigail emphasizes. Mark presents himself as a Salem-based doctor who was just in the cafe with Holly. He wished to offer them his congratulations on their union. Why? Incredulous, Chad asks, but then recalls seeing him in Salem's Park with Abigail. Ava asks Sophia why she doesn't talk to anyone her own age in the bistro. Sophia explains that Tate caused her friendship with Holly to explode. She admits that although she likes Tate, he might still be infatuated with Holly. Ava tells Sophia not to pay attention to what other people think because it sounds like she feels the same way as the other woman. She should give Tate her all in the fight if she really likes him. She must accept herself as she is. Sophia thinks that sounds good. Tate and Aaron converse by the school lockers. Tate is at a loss as to how he will be able to forgive Holly's betrayal at the high school. The drugs came first, followed by the issues with his father. They are truly done since it is difficult to forgive. Aaron questions why he isn't pursuing Sophia at that point. Tate inquires as to whether he would object to their dating. Aaron accepts it because he was friend-zoned. Tate stops by the bistro to see if Sophia wants to stay together after work. They arrange for him to pick her up later while grinning flirtatiously. Ava smiles, watching from the bar. Roman emphasizes the importance of being stoic. Kayla complains in the pub that she can't seem to get Chad on the phone. Since Steve left for Paris this morning, at least he will be there shortly. Abigail tells an enraged Chad in the apartment that she does know Mark. Mark draws his revolver and pushes them back into the flat as Chad continues to demand answers. Mark is told to lay down the rifle by Abigail. Mark continues, he replied there's no other way, shakily. Who told Mark to kill him, Chad wonders. As soon as Mark brings up Clyde, Abigail steps in front of Chad. This is impossible for you, Mark. Mark gives her an order to move aside. Steve hits Mark over the head with a backhand, causing him to fall. Chad, completely perplexed, asks what's happening. Steve says, this woman is not Abigail. Although her true identity has remained somewhat of a mystery, we have known for months now that Days of Our Lives Abigail isn't who she has been pretending to be. Yes, we are aware that she is one of the Green siblings, but neither her real name nor the identity of their enigmatic mother have been revealed to us, that is, up until this point. As the scam comes to a close, all the secrets are being revealed. Annalyn McCord spoke with TV Insider to reveal Abigail's true identity as well as the family tree of the Greens. According to McCord, her real name is Kat Green. We assume her name was inspired by her mother. And you're probably right if you can see where this is going. Mother of the Greens is Katharina, who was the late Constantine Meliuni's daughter. She was not killed by John. However, given that he is holding her captive and that Mark and Kat are obviously not going to grant him his wishes, Clyde may still do so. In the dark of night, John points his pistol angrily at Constantine in the park. Nevertheless, that clarifies how John got involved in all of this when he went to see Katharina's grave only to be abducted instead. Unfortunately, because Drake Hodgson passed away and John's most recent episode aired in September, we won't get to witness this portion of the narrative unfold on TV. Regarding Kat, McCord to TV Insider that we will ultimately get to see the actual, genuine woman who is behind Abigail. She remarked, I got to create Kat out of my own feelings and experience. Once we established her identity and the direction we wanted to take the story, that gave me a lot more creative license. You truly get to experience Kat and her relationship with her family, as well as the significance of her siblings to her, until that major announcement takes place and the facts begin to unfold. And anticipate that she will remain local and, perhaps, avoid going to jail. Ultimately, she wasn't trying to kill anyone and was coerced into the scam by tremendous pressure. McCord hinted to TV Insider that she has even more of a twist to her background and her story in the months to come. She won't reveal what that is, hopefully it won't be a Constantine comeback, but discovering the real woman behind the mask and the true nature of the Green family is just the beginning. McCord did reveal that Kat will look different from the Abigail she has been portraying once the weight of everything is lifted. Chad gives the mysterious woman posing as Abigail a glare and extends his hand. McCord said, I felt like everything was really serious, and maybe this character can bring a little lightness and joy. It's been enjoyable adding humor to the plot since she gets to use humor as her outlet and her mother has been through a lot.